friends and mimosas. Yeah, it's gonna be bubbly kind of time. Join new friends to relax and unwind. The best food with drinks on the side.
Feature in Kentucky last year, a rom-com called For the Love of Lily.
It's easy to get weighed down by life. So every day I'm lucky enough to be here is a gift. And I try to treat it that way.
It was my first lead in a
I watched it.
I mean, I have over 100 credits, but to lead in something, to be trusted to carry the story, you know, from beginning to end, it's just been a goal, and I've checked the box. But yeah, that was in Somerset, Kentucky, girl. For 3 weeks, and it was just, I mean, I made the best friends, you know, you could possibly make when you're stuck with people in an environment where there's nothing else. Like, I believe this town had a liquor store and a Wendy's. That's it. Like, I mean, not really my vibe, but had a great time. But I'm an actress, and I'm also an acting coach. I develop actors, get them into the business, get their portfolios together, help them learn a method, and help them on set after they book. Shall they need me?
Oh,
that's interesting.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's definitely a different job, kind of like y'all's. Different job, you know, kind of make something out of nothing.
In Italy, when I contacted you, were you there for
one of my youths?
Coach? You were coaching?
I was coaching. She booked a strong supporting in a feature there, and that was just awesome.
She travels.
I just feel like you just never know when it's over, and I just want to see everything I can. Like, I'm not the most money motivated person, so it's like I'm not the type to, like, I'm not going to save and save and save for someone else to get my wealth and go on vacations. You know, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the vacation. Yeah. And I want my nephew to be well traveled. I want him to see the world. I think it changes your perspective and your layers as a human being, being able to understand other people. It's very important for us in acting, because you have to learn to be an empathetic person. You have to be able to put yourself in someone else's shoes. You have to just have a broader worldview, I think. Yeah. Just to be more well-rounded. I'm such a product of my environment kind of person. I like to see pretty things, period. I don't want to see ugly in anything around me. So, you know, our house, like, I mean, there's still parts of New Orleans that are still messed up from Katrina. It's like, it took years and years to even, you know, kind of clean it up. So I got out of there. Katrina happened, August, September? I was in France, January 11th. I remember because I got the flu real bad. But January 11th, I was there, and I fell in love with it. And in order to stay, I ended up staying for 4 semesters, 2 years. Oh, yeah. Wow. 2 years in my collegiate career were in France, so I changed my degree to international studies, international business with a minor in French, so I could stay. You know? I love. So I've never used it.
I was going to ask.
I have my piece of paper stating that I have the ability to accomplish something. That counts for something.
Absolutely. And you were in France for 2 years.
Yeah, for 2 years.
How many people could say that, you know?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Are you fluent?
Yeah, I can still hold a conversation. I don't know if I could write a paper anymore, because I studied at Le Sorbonne and Paris Dauphine, which was an economics university, and everything was in French. I feel like they were leaning on me because I really wasn't that good in the writing, but I was probably writing like a 5-year-old. But I was a jeune fille au pair there. I was a nanny. Oh. So that's really how I learned, was through the kids. France, so small. I mean, there are a couple other countries that speak French dialectually, you know. It's not the same. It's like people are like, oh, you must practice all the time because the Cajun French, it's not the same. It's not the same. They added all kind of stuff. Yeah. It's like slang French. Yeah. You know, I don't know. I mean, I get every other word.
Spoke to you in Cajun.
Yeah, I catch it if they spoke slow. When they start going fast, it's like they got such a heavy drawl with it. Like they really got a crazy accent on it. Yeah. You know, it's not like I don't know, like the
French accent's kind of sexy.
I was gonna say it's romantic. It's
Yeah, Cajun French. I mean, do you think it sounds sexy? You hear Cajun French, you're like, oh yeah. No. Do you? You?
I just
I don't think so. It's not like an accent that's like, oh yeah, that just made that guy way hotter.
Are you sure you don't do comedy?
I really love comedy. I feel like comedy it's hard to finance unless you have a big name, big name. Like Alan Wilson attached or Will Ferrell or
Stand up?
stand up. I don't know. We don't really have so much of a scene here. I got a couple of friends that do stand up here, but it's just not so much of a scene here.
No.
But when the comedies do come to town, I feel like I book them and steal the show. You're gonna let me take it. I'm gonna take it. But this is where my goofy comes in. I rarely book myself because I'm really kind of extroverted and fun. But the roles I usually book are not me. I mean, it's okay. I consider myself a character actor for that. But I do love the comedy. I really do. I do.
Well, you did a lot of traveling. What's your favorite place to travel to?
Oh gosh. Several for different reasons, but I would probably have to say Venice, Italy. I've never seen anywhere like that. It was like a magical town floating on water. You couldn't get anywhere but by water taxi, by gondola. People live there.
Yeah.
People actually live there. It's not like just a place people travel to. Like, you've got to go by boat to get some groceries. Like, it's insane to see it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and you see the city is literally sinking. Like, the first floor is,
Oh, wow.
it might be at like the a little bit under the first, where the first door was.
Right.
It's sinking. So it's like, how long is it going to be there? I don't know. I think Venice is probably the most aesthetically pleasing to me. I've just never seen anything. It really looks like a dream world. Like, so romantic. I was with my best friend Kathy. I'm like, one day I'll come back with a man and enjoy this gondola ride. Cause I love you, Kathy, but this is not it. This is my best friend, and she loves to travel too. But it was just us, lone amigas, traveling. But Venice, beautiful. Prague was architecturally stunning. You're going more Eastern European at that point, and the architecture drastically changes.
Did you become an actress?
Oh gosh, I was a musical theater kid. I've been performing since I was a child. My mom was a theater major. My dad was an art dealer. So I think it's one of those situations where you are what your parents are. Like you're inspired by them because that's what you see. It's like my nephew. I never pushed acting on him, but 3 years ago he was like, Auntie, I'm ready to act, and I'm like. It's so freaking happy because I didn't want to be like interacting, because it's a lot of work.
You get to coach him.
Yeah, and I get to coach him, and I'm good. So he's good. He's booked Tales of the Walking Dead. He was just a supporting lead in a movie with Jeremy Piven and Elizabeth Davis. I don't know if you remember Jeremy Piven's from Entourage.
Yeah.
He was like the douchebag agent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he kind of played that too in this. My nephew booked his son, which they were like the rich people that came into the tiny town to buy the land, and it's a love story. It's a Christmas movie, but he's booked several things.
Is it on like Lifetime?
I don't know where it's going to be. It was just filmed in December and January. Really sweet Christmas movie. So I don't know. I'll post when it comes out. But really proud of him. He's booked several things that are really, really wonderful projects. I just booked a little feature film that's going to be here in Baton Rouge. So he loves it.
That's awesome.
He loves it. So I've been acting, I feel like my whole life. Professionally, I got back from France, and I ended up so I had to press through because, well, when I changed my major, I kind of did it like to 12 credit hours a semester so I could travel. So when I got back, I didn't want to be in school anymore. I already pushed it to 5 years versus 4, you know.
Yeah.
So I was just taking like 21, 23 credit hours just to freaking get it done. And I ended up failing like my last semester, all my finals, because I had started an acting class in New Orleans, and I was just so obsessed with my scene work. I didn't want to do school anymore. I was over it. I'd moved on. I still got B's and everything, but I lost my A's. Like my desire for my straight A's flew out the window. So yeah, I started professionally at 23.
Okay.
Yeah, 23. I started.
Do you have any role models in the industry?
Me, myself, and I. All I got. No. Role models in the industry. I don't know. I mean, there's been a lot of people to help me, you know, take steps along the way, but I feel like this has been a journey I've really like headed on my own. This is a weird industry. There's not many people that will help you. It's kind of backstabby, which is why I think I'm so blessed and have so much opportunity, because I really am a helper. I help. I get people signed with agents every day. I get them into it. Like I'm working with a girl right now who's in my category, who's beautiful, who's talented, getting her signed with my agent, because I believe that what's meant for me is for me.
Right.
And I just truly believe that. I'm not going to try to sabotage somebody else or not help somebody because they might be, you know, competing with me. Competing with me, honey. You're going to have to work hard, okay? But if you beat me, you got it. You earned it, you know, because I'm good. And it's a work ethic thing, you know. I work really, really hard. I believe hard work creates luck. So I don't know if I have a role model per se. Like, I wish I would have had a me when I was starting out. You know, I wish I would have had a me going to set with me.
Well, your parents,
you know?
they were in the industry, did they?
No, my dad sold art.
Oh.
He was really into the art world, and my mom like more theatrical. So like film and television is just kind of a whole different ballgame. And it's a lot of who you know, which I never knew anybody. I know a lot of people now, but because I paid my dues, you know. But I didn't have like a mentor to be like, Ashton, you've got something special, and I'm making sure you have all of the tools to make sure that happens. Versus that's kind of me with my clients right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can't really think of anybody off the top of my head that was a role model. Like I've always been very independent and gone after what I've wanted, and I just get what I want. There you go. There you go.
Movies or commercials would we have seen you in? I know I saw the one on, I think I saw it on Prime.
For the Love of Lily?
Yes.
Oh,
It was so cute.
It's cute. Like, I mean, it's such a
Congratulations.
woman flick. Thank you.
She got the main character.
Yeah, it was my first like lead.
What do you think changed for you to get the main character role? Did you do something different?
No,
How did that happen?
the producer fighting for me. Because I wasn't the director's first pick. I love the director. He's one of my favorite directors, but and it's funny because I'm a little blunt. Like we were at lunch one day, and I was with all like the cast, and we were just bantering back and forth. And I was like, "Well, I know it wasn't your first pick, but like, what do you look for when you're picking?" And he was just like, "I mean, I know it wasn't your first pick because I know the producer, you know, really well." But I paid my wit. Like I did all the grunt work with that. I literally worked on 5 supporting roles with this production company previous to that role. So it's not like I just got given anything. I paid my dues. And I think it was deserving, but you know, you're not always going to be everybody's cup of tea. Everybody has a different vision. Everybody.
Well, that's going to lead the way to bigger and better, hopefully, huh?
Yeah. When people believe in you, it just takes one person to really believe in you and see your ability. But yeah, my friend that was the lead guy in that, he was like, I can't believe you said that to him. He's like, his face dropped, and I was like, I didn't even mean it like that. I just know as a fact I wasn't his first. I think I was the second or his third. But in movie casting, movies, I feel like it's more the director that gets the pick. TV, it's the producing panel, it's the network panel. But in movies, I feel like the director gets a lead, the producer gets a lead, like they share the
Yeah.
Who's getting the pick. So luckily, I think the director picked the lead male and the producer picked me.
Okay.
So I'm very thankful for him giving me the opportunity because it was one of the best projects I've ever worked on. I cried, I boo-hooed at the end of that. It was so draining. It was like emotionally tolling because we're filming a feature within, 2.5 weeks. So it's a lot of work.
2.5 weeks?
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of these, smaller budget productions, like they crunch them into 2 weeks.
Okay. I loved your little assistant on the show.
Oh, I know. Michael Dean.
He was funny.
We had the best cast. I mean, and Michael was just like a breath of fresh air. He freaking sparkled, man. Like just somebody you want to be around, I love people like that really just emit this positive vibe.
Did you work with any of them before the show?
No.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It was all new. I knew the lead. I knew
did?
Britton, because we're in the same market.
Oh, okay.
But I never worked with them before, so we all became very good friends, and the chemistry was really good with everybody. I think everybody really vibed off of each other well. But I really loved that one. I was in a TV show on the OWN network called Ambitions, where I played the villain. You're not gonna like me on that one. I'm like everything wrong with a person. Racist, incestual,
Oh my
mafia
goodness.
murderer,
What's the name of it?
Ambitions.
Okay, I'm
It
gonna have
got
to look it
canceled
up.
COVID year, like everything else. It stunk.
It was a series?
It was a series on the OWN network, on Oprah's network.
Okay.
Yeah, starring Robin Givens. I don't know if you know her.
I know her, but I didn't see the show. Is it like on
It was like
repeat?
a modern day soap. I felt like it was like very soapy feeling, but I loved it because, well, it was my first bad guy. And then I booked bad guys after that for 2 years. Like people couldn't unsee that footage. I was like, okay, let's go back to who I am, which is sweet, adorable, and perfect. I am not trying to hurt anyone here. Okay?
Are you in the new Lisa Frankenstein?
Lisa Frankenstein, I booked a small reporter role in that.
Oh, okay.
You never know what the reporter roles because I can do the voice. I do a lot of voices. So I have a reporter anchor reel, just the reporter anchor reel, because I have so many. I have let's see, Killing It with Craig Robinson. He was he was on The Office. I remember, if you remember him. I did an anchor in that. So I'm Queen Sugar, Queen of the South, NCIS New Orleans, Lisa Frankenstein. I book a lot of reporters.
What about commercials?
Commercials, I have a really awesome Cox Communications one out. Let's see, I just did one for the Houston Blood Center. It's hilarious. I'll probably post it today. It came out really, really funny.
I love your Instagram post.
Yeah.
The way she dances on it.
Well, I feel like with Instagram, I was getting paid for a while for the reels.
Oh.
That's why I started doing the reels, because they were doing a payment thing. I was making money. But the thing is, I'm just older. I actually don't like social media at all. I didn't book a role 7 years ago because I didn't have Instagram. The casting director called me and she was like, Ashton, they love you. You're first up, but you don't have social media. You don't have an Instagram. And I'm like, what does that matter?
Yeah, really?
It matters.
Wow.
And I'm not even at 10,000, but I'm not going to buy any followers because that's just the tackiest thing. I don't get why actors do this. Because I dated an agent for several years, and I remember this one guy came in, and we were looking at stuff. Really cool look, ethnic look. I think it was an Indian guy, and really cool look, cool vibe. And he was just bragging and boasting about all his followers, his 100,000 followers. So we're like, oh, wow, that's awesome. You can take people at their word, at first. And then, we wanted to go look at it, and he had 10 likes per picture. It's like, bro, no, not where it's at. You're lying. You're lying, and now you look cheesy. You look like you're doing too much. So, I refuse to buy. I'm not even at 10,000 yet, but
I'm going to just let it happen organically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, since I've lost 20 pounds, I'm doing my summertime fine pictures. I'm like, oh yeah, look at my abs. Look at me in a two-piece. Like, you don't understand. Like, I have so many one-pieces. Like, a couple years ago, before I lost the weight, like, that's what they called me when we go out boating. Like, one piece. They'd be like, hey, one piece. That was my nickname because of my one pieces. But now I'm like letting it all hang out because I can. Because I can.
You definitely can. You can describe yourself with one word.
Like, I've always been a curious person.
You stay the same, you think?
Yeah, I've always pushed the envelope a little. I've always asked questions. I've always wanted to know more. I've always wanted to see things. I've always wanted to do things. I've always done things a little bit differently than everybody. I've just always been a curious person. I've always been, I'm a very self-disciplined person. I never really had a lot of structure growing up, but I created my own structure. So yeah, I would just say curious and disciplined, because it's having that sense of wonder, but also the ability to getting something done. I think it's a good combo to have. But I'm still very curious. You know, I that's never changed. You know, I've never grown out of that. Like, somebody told me, you're gonna like staying at your house and just being at home. I love being at my house. I love being at home. I've made my own little fortress here. My outdoor garden is just so beautiful. I sit out there every single day with my cats, let them play, and I pick weeds for fun. You know, like, it's therapeutic to me.
Yeah.
But I love exploring. I love exploring the world. I love exploring myself. I like pushing myself because I'm just still learning.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a work in progress.
You want to plug your acting class, coaching?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I love helping people. Anyone who's interested in the arts, I would love to help. I love being a part of people's journeys. It's just finding me. But I feel like if you found me, then I'm supposed to help you because I've never advertised.
Oh, you don't?
Never advertised. I've never. I mean, from when my classes were in session, I'd put out a flyer on Facebook and they'd fill up.
So whoever's seeing this, maybe this message is for them.
Maybe this message is for you.
Yeah.
If you need a little bit more love and guidance, you know, tailored to you in the acting world,
Yeah.
hit me up.
Advice for anyone that wants to pursue an acting career?
It's all about finding the right team. You got to find a good coach, somebody that backs you, your mentor. You got to find a good agent, somebody that works for you, that believes in you. You got to learn how to hustle yourself. You got to learn the inner workings yourself. Like, for me and my coaching, you know, I'll get you signed with an agent, but I'm also going to teach you the marketing side for yourself and teach you how to do your own self-submissions, get your own jobs by yourself. Because at the end of the day, you can have this awesome team, but the leader of the team is you. And if you ain't leading, how can you expect everyone else to be picking up the slack? Like, you have to be the leader. But I just feel like a lot of people don't know. They're not taught. They're not, I'm telling you, people in this industry, they really ain't trying to help you. You know, there's so many of us and they don't want more. But yeah, it's just learning the ropes of it all, because the industry itself here is a little underground.
Yeah.
You know, you can't, you know, if you Google talent agencies, you're going to get some Model Search America stuff. You know, like, come and pay me $3,000 and I will do this for you. You know, it's like, I know, because my mom did that. My mom brought us to Model Search America. You know, she didn't know what to do.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of parents don't know what to do, so they kind of get sadly involved with those kind of things that aren't really tailored for that talent. But yeah, there's so many ways and things that you can do to elevate yourself. Like me, I have 4 agents, 4 wonderful agents. They work for me.
It made them a lot of money. We're friends. But I would say 70% of the work that I get is through me. Through me. Through my damn self. So it's just not putting your destiny in the hands of other people. You know, like it's creating the team, but also understanding it to the capacity to where you can help yourself.
Right. So much.
Yeah,
We're
this
gonna
is awesome.
end with a little game.
Okay.
You ready? Would you rather get stung by a bee or bitten by a mosquito?
Ugh. Oh, I hate them bees.
Uh-huh.
I hate mosquitoes so much with a passion, loathing passion. But I also was stung in the neck by a wasp last year, and it hurt for like 2 weeks.
I know.
I don't know if they just got me in the jugular and got me in some kind of nerve or something, but it like swole up from the flow up, and I had a huge whelp for like 2 weeks, and it burned and it itched, and it was just stupid wasp. Like they made a little nest. I didn't see it. I wasn't looking. Like in my gate to go out, and he thought I was trying to attack him, and he went. I watched him. He was like, I was like.
I would say mosquito.
Yeah.
Me too.
Me too. Especially after that story.
I got stung right here one time, and I had headphones in. I was trimming a bush, and it stung me right here. And I kid you not, if I had cameras at that point, it would be the funniest on video. Somebody had punched me. That's how bad it hurt. I thought somebody had punched me, so I turned around swinging, and it was a bee.
Oh, wow.
It was a bee or a wasp?
It was a wasp. It was a wasp that stung
See,
me.
my bees are, because my HOA doesn't like it, but they don't like the clover. But clovers are good for bees, for pollination. So I wrote back, I'm like, clovers are seasonal. They will be gone. They're good for the bees. Leave the bees alone. Now I have a couple of bees that just keep coming, like, very close to me. Like, I've been outside, and I think they're just curious, you know? They're like, who are you? And I'm like, talking to him like a little baby. Please don't. I'm not going to swat you away, but please don't come and see me. Never been stung by a bee. Only a wasp, because those are evil. But be my friend. Like, they're getting so close, and I don't know. Like, how can there? And then I think of, like, all the beekeepers that, like, literally are in that stuff, never even wearing the stuff, and they never get stung.
Yeah.
So it's like,
And
I think
bees
it's
are cute.
I think it's a feeling that they get.
Wasps are terrible.
I just got some wasp spray, the one that goes, shh, they're about to die. Because after that next thing, honey, I'm not dealing with that again. That was.
Would you rather swim with the sharks or camp with the bears?
Ugh. Ugh. Camp with the bears. Because I'll go. I would be the person doing that. I would be showing my whatever. Sharks, good luck.
Yeah.
You
That's
good luck getting away.
I would camp with the bear.
See, I don't know. That one's a hard one. Because, I mean, you can punch a shark, and the shark is going to swim away.
You should
Or push its nose like they say.
I've seen it in the movie before. I've seen it in the movie.
I know, they're like, they just push away the nose. Yeah, but if he's hungry, he's coming.
Yeah.
So is the bear. So is the bear and the mulling.
And if you punch a bear, he's just going to get mad.
Yeah, but then you're drowning. I don't know if drowning.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't really want to. I don't want to hang out with either one.
I don't want to drown.
I just think I have more of a chance with the bear than the shark.
I don't really feel like I have a chance with either one.
Gotcha. No chance with either.
And I'm not fast. I don't really swim well. I'm not a strong swimmer.
You can't even climb a tree with a bear because they could climb up after you.
Don't get in your car.
It's about just showing dominance with the bears, though. I don't know how you show dominance with a shark.
Punch him in the nose.
Punch him in the nose.
Yeah, but how fast does that go in the water? You're like,
no. I've seen it in the movie. I've never actually.
Have you tried to move in water? Not the best. Yeah. If you have a slow-mo punch coming.
I don't want to be vacationing with either one.
Okay. Giving you 3 wishes.
Okay.
What are your 3 wishes?
To be healthy, to be wealthy, and to be successful.
Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Good luck. Cheers to new friends.
Cheers to new friends. Thank you so much for having me.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.